Assalamu alaikum, ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban bikum. You all are welcome back. If you look at the board, you will see that there are some sentences on the board. From here, we shall be learning another set of rules different from what we have learned previously. Hope you are ready. If you are, let's dive in. The first sentence we have on the board here today is Ja'a Muhammadun, which simply translates to Muhammad came. And the second sentence says Darabtu Muhammadan, I beat Muhammad. And the last sentence says Sallamtu ala Muhammadin, I greeted Muhammad. You will see that in each of these sentences, Muhammad as the noun appears in each of these sentences. Now Muhammad appears in each of the sentences. Muhammad remain inconsistent. How? In the first sentence, it appeared in the nominative case, which we call in the raf'u case, carrying dhamma. While in the second sentence, it appeared as the maf'ul bihi, the object of the sentence. Therefore, it appears in the accusative case, which we call the nasbu case. And the last sentence, it is appearing as the majrur, the genitive noun, because it appears after a harful jar, a preposition. Therefore, it carries kasra, which we call the jar case. Now, this is what we have learned previously, and you understand why these changes occur. If you have not watched the videos that treated this topic, you can click on the playlist above to search for the video and watch it so you learn. Today, we want to learn a new thing. What is that? We want to learn new words, which some of these words will not be declinable. For us to make this easy for you, let's quickly replace Muhammad with a different word in each of these sentences. The first sentence we have is Ja'a Muhammadu, Muhammad came. Now let's replace Muhammad with man and say Ja'a man yuhibbuni, the one who loves me came. So who, man there, has replaced Muhammad. The second sentence, we have Darabtu Muhammadan. Let's also replace Muhammad with man and say Darabtu man sabbani. I beat the one who insulted or abused me. And the last sentence, we have Sallamtu ala Muhammadin. Let's replace Muhammad and therefore say Sallamtu ala man yuhibbuni. I greeted the one who loves me. You can see in each of these sentences, these new sentences, we have been able to replace Muhammad with man. Meaning man is now assuming the grammatical position which Muhammad assumed previously. So man in the first sentence is coming as the fa'il, subject of the sentence. And we know that fa'il, subject of the sentence, usually will carry dhamma as Muhammad did in the sentence Ja'a Muhammadun. But here we can see that man is carrying sukun. Going to the second sentence, we also see Darabtu man. So man, Muhammad was carrying fatha in the second sentence, but man still remains with the sukun. The last sentence, Muhammad carries kesratan, Sallamtu ala Muhammadin, but here man still carries sukun. Now, what is all this? This is because in the Arabic language, there are some words that are not declinable. What do you mean by they are not declinable? They are fixed words. While some other words are declinable, this means that these words are not fixed. Sometimes we see them with fatha, sometimes with dhamma, and sometimes with kisra, depending on their grammatical function in each of the sentences. Today, we want to learn what we call al-mu'rab wal-mabni. That is the declinable words and the non-declinable words. We can say the non-fixed words and the fixed words. Some words are fixed. If we look at Muhammad, Muhammad is one of those words which are not fixed, meaning they are declinable. But man here is non-declinable. So whenever you see man, it will always be coming as man, man, man. You will not see any changes to mani or to mana or to manu or to manan. No, it will always come as man, as long as this man is the man you are referring to. There are other plenty words which fall under this category. Another example of this word which falls under this category is the word ja'a. And this ja'a, we know that ja'a is fi'lun madin, a past tense verb. Therefore, we can conclude here that another rule states that all past tense verbs are non-declinable. They are fixed. They don't change. So when I have dakhala or ja'a, whatever part of sentence that these words are coming, they will always come as ja'a, dakhala, fataha, katama, hasiba, and the rest of them. So all past tense verbs will always assume this format. They are not declinable. Ja'a will not turn to ja'u. Rather, we have ja'u differently, meaning nothing. But ja'a, which means he came, will always be like that. Qatala, which means he killed, will always be like that. Akala, which means he ate, will always be like that. Another word which is not declinable is the word aina. So the word aina is not also declinable. And another new rule or another rule for us to take home is that all particles like fi, ila, min, ala, and the rest of them are also non-declinable, meaning they are fixed. So I will say dakhaltu fi, feel fastly. I entered into the class. For example, dakhaltu fi, I entered into fi, so it will always be fi. I can say marartu bi man fi. Marartu bi man fil fastly. I pass by the one who is in the class. So fi is indeclinable and the rest of these words. With this, we've been able to summarize what we shall be learning under this topic, al-mabni wal-mu'rab, the non-declinable and the declinable words. And this, we shall continue this lesson from our popular Arabic grammar book, An-Nahwu al-Wadih lil-Marhalat al-Ibtidaiyya. And now we are in the volume 2 of the preliminary level for this book. So the topic is al-mabni wal-mu'rab. If you stay tuned from the beginning of this lesson to the end, you will have had a good grasp of this lesson. So I urge you to stay behind. But before we continue, hit on the subscription button to get frequent updates from us, and this will assist us to reach to more people that will benefit from these videos. Have you done that? Thanks. So now we have, as usual, al-amthila, examples to better understanding. We'll give more examples here that will make you understand what al-mabni and al-mu'rab means. The first example we have here is Aina manziluka, where is your house? The second example said Aina tadhhabu, where are you going to? You can see Aina is consistent. This last example is Ila Aina tasiru, where are you moving to? So Aina is consistent with the fatha Aina. This fourth example, we have these examples in our columns. The second column says ذهب الجزار ذبح الجزار shatan. The butcher slaughtered a sheep. So dhabaha is the word coming here. Then number 5 we have al jazaru dhabaha. The butcher slaughtered. And number 6 we have hal dhabaha al jazaru shatan. The butcher slaughtered. So you can see dhabaha is also consistent here. And from what we have said previously, you already understand that dhabaha is a fi'l madi, a past tense verb, and therefore all past tense verbs are non-declinable verbs. Good. Now this third column we have number 7, min ayyi makanin ji'ta. From where did you come? Where did you come from? So min ayyi makani, min is also coming here. Number 8 we have ji'tu min manzili. I came from my house or from my home. Min is also appearing. And number 9 we have akhadtu min abi nuqudan. I took money from my father. So min is also coming, and min is indeclinable, that's why it is consistent. Number 10 we have al-qutnu imadu tharwati fi Misr. Cotton is the basis of Egypt's treasure. So al-qutnu imadu tharwati fi Misr. Number 11 we have janal fallahul qutna. The farmer harvested the cotton. And number 12 we have tusna ul malabisu min al-qutni. Clothes are made from cotton. So you can see al-qutnu appeared in all of these 30 sentences, and it is never consistent. In the first sentence it comes with dhamma, second sentence with fatha, and the third sentence with hisra. Number 13 and the 5th column we have zabalatil wardatu. The rose became withered. Number 14 we have shamantul wardata. I smelled the rose. And number 15 we have nazartu ilal wardati. I looked at the rose. So rose here also appeared in all of the 3 sentences, and it's sometimes with dhamma, fatha, and kisra. The last column we have number 16, yuthmirul bustani. Yuthmirul bustanu. The garden is productive. Number 17, la yuthmirul bustan. The garden will never produce fruits. And lastly, we have al-bustanu lam yuthmir. The garden did not produce. So the word yuthmir appeared in all of the three sentences, and it is also inconsistent. In the first sentence, it appeared with Dhamma, the second sentence with Fatha, and the last sentence with Sukun. Now let's go to Al-Bahth so we can explain this in detail. Here we have إِذَا تَأَمَّلْتَ الْكَلِمَاتِ. If you study and ponder over these words, which words? Aina, Zabaha, and Min. These are the words that appeared in the first three columns, meaning from example number 1 to example number 9. All of these three words appeared. He said, if you ponder over these three words, fi amthilat al-qism al-awwal, in the first column, وجدت آخر كل كلمة منها ثابتا على حال واحدة. You will find that each of these sentences in the first three columns, you will see that each of these sentences appeared in a condition. Aina is the same all through. Zabaha the same all through, and min is also the same all through. لا يتغير مهما تغير مكان الكلمة من الجملة. These words never change no matter how their position in the sentence is changed. فآخر كل من الكلمتين أين وذبها. You see that the ending of أين and ذبها ملازم للفتح. They held on to fatha. They ended with fatha. أين with fatha and ذبها ended with fatha. وفي غيرها and in other examples. وآخر من, and the ending of the word min ملازم للسكون is also stick to sukun. Min also ended with sukun في الأمثلة السابقة on the previous example. وفي غيرها كذلك, and in other examples, you see that min will always hold on to sukun. ومن الكلمات التي تثبت أواخرها على حال واحدة جميع الحروف. And among the other words which will always fix itself to a particular condition is all of the particles, all of the prepositions we have. وَكَذَلِكَ الْأَفْعَالُ الْمَاضِيَةِ, and the same goes for all past tenses will also hold on to a particular format or a particular form. وَأَفْعَالُ الْأَمْرِ, and all command tense the same. Min ghairi istisna, without any exception. So the rule is that all particles, all past tense verbs, and all command tenses will, without any exception, will appear in the same condition all through the sentences. وَإِذَا تَأَمَّلْتَ الْكَلِمَاتِ, but if you ponder over the words al-kutna, wal-wardatu, wa-yusmir, these three words, if you ponder over them, fi amthalat al-qism al-thani, in the second column, وَجَدْتَ آخِرَ كُلِّ كَلِمَةٍ مِنْهَا يَتَغَيَّرُ مِنْ حَالٍ إِلَى حَالٍ. You will find out that each of these three words changes from a condition to another. بتغير مكانها من الجملة, due to its changes in the position in its position in each of the sentences. فكلمتا, therefore the two words al-kutnu and al-warda قد يتغير آخر كل منها في الأمثلة السابقة من الرفع إلى النصب ثم إلى الجر. These two words al-kutnu and al-warda, from the previous examples you will see that sometimes they change to a raf'u, to the nominative case carrying dhamma, sometimes to nasbu, accusative case, and sometimes to jarru, which is the genitive case. وكلمة يثمر, and as for the word يثمر, which is a present tense verb, تغير آخرها في الأمثلة المتقدمة أيضا من الرفع. You see that the end of the word يثمر also changed in the previous example from a رفع, that is nominative case, or what we call the subjunctive case, that is the indicative case dhamma, إلى النصب, to the subjunctive case fatha, إلى الجزم, to the jussive case sukun. So present tense verbs will only change from dhamma to fatha and to sukun, while the nouns will change from dhamma to fatha to kasra. Now this makes it very easy, but let's go to al-qawaid, the rule which will make this to be summarized for us. Rule number 1 says al-kalimatu tanqasimu ila qismayn. The words are divided, categorized into two. The first, ma yathbutu akhiruhu ala halin wahidatin. The first category is the category which will remain non-declinable. It will, the end of the word will hold onto a case, either fatha, kisra, dhamma, or sukun. في جميع التراكيب ويسمى مبنيا. In all of the format, these words will appear in this way, and these words are called mabni. وما يتغير آخره ويسمى معربا. And we have the other category whose ending will always change, and this category is called the mu'rab. The second rule says al-hurufu kulluha mabniya. All particles are all mabni, which means they are all non-declinable. وكذلك جميع الأفعال الماضية, and the same goes for all past tense verbs. وجميع أفعال الأمر, and the same goes for all common tense. So you can see from this, you can bring a lot of other words to know which word is declinable and which one is indeclinable. Moving on, we have tamrinat, exercises, and these, after solving them, will make you feel better about your understanding of this topic, and you can even teach it to others. When you speak, you avoid the mistakes of making a non-declinable word declinable, vice versa. The first exercise we have here says تمرين الأول لماذا كانت كلمة الدراجة في الجمل الآتية معربة وكلمة من مبنية. Why do you think the word الدراجة in this example, the first three examples here, why do you think the word دراجة in the following sentences are declinable and the word man in this the second three sentences are non-declinable? This you can answer. Number one example, a sentence we have الدراجة مسرعة. That is, the bicycle is fast. Number two, we have ركب علي الدراجة. Ali rode the bicycle. Number three, we have فرح الولد بالدراجة. The boy became happy with the bicycle. So the first sentence الدراجة carries dhamma, the second sentence الدراجة carries fatha, and the last sentence الدراجة carries kisra. Why do you think this happens? It is declinable. You can simply say لأن هذه الكلمة كلمة من الكلمات المعربة, because this is among the declinable words التي لا تلازم آخرها بحال واحد. The one that is end does not stick to one condition. ويتغير حسب وقوعها في الجملة, and it will appear and change the what they call the ending will change based on its appearance in a sentence. Whatever it appears, that is what we determine its changes. While the second three sentences, جاء من ناديته, the one whom I called came. Man أحب من يعلمني, I love the one who teaches me. And الجائزة لمن يسبق, the gift is for the one who won. Yes, so man appeared here, and the man is non-declinable. You can say man من الكلمات التي تلازم آخرها بحال واحد. It is among the words whose ending will stick to one condition. ولا يتغير مهما تغير مكانها, and it will not change no matter how it changes its position في الجمل in a sentence. So this is the answer. تمرين الثاني, exercise number 2, the instruction says كيف تستدل بطريقة عملية على أن الكلمات الآتية معربة. How do you practically show and defend that these words are declinable words? How do you do this? You can say الاستدلال بطريقة عملية على أن هذه الكلمات معربة. Here, that the practical ways to show that these words are declinable and نجعلها في شتى الجملة في شتى الجمل is to place them in different or what they call sentences تتغير مع تغير مكانها, and it will be changing based on these changes in the sentences. So here we can use the word as-sama to form a lot of sentences. We can say as-sama'u mumtiratun, the sky is rainy. We can say nazartu ila as-sama'i, I look into the sky. Then I can say khalaqallahu as-sama'a, Allah created the sky. You can see it changes. So each of these words we can use them in this same way. The same way with al-misbahu, I can say ittaqada al-misbahu, the lamp is lit. I can simply say ishtaraytu al-misbaha, I bought the lamp. I can say marartu bil misbahi, I passed by the lamp. If that's, then we have al-qalamu, the same thing. I can say kataba al-qalamu, the pen wrote. Then I can say kasartu al-qalama, I broke the pen. Then I can say katabtu bil qalami, I wrote with the pen. It changes. The word yaktubu, the same thing. I can say yaktubu Muhammadun يكتب محمد. Muhammad is writing. I can say لم يكتب محمد. Muhammad did not write. It's carrying sukun now. And I can also say لن يكتب محمد. Muhammad never writes. So it is carrying fatha here. And I can say يزرع. Yeah, I can say يزرع علي الفلاح. Ali. So يزرع علي القمح. Ali is planting the wheat. I can say لم يزرع علي. Ali did not plant. لن يزرع علي. Ali never plants. So the last word is يفهم. I can say يفهم الطالب الدرس. The student is understanding the lesson. I can say لم يفهم الطالب الدرس. I can also say لن يفهم الطالب الدرس. You can see it changes. تمرين الثالث, and that is the last exercise. The instruction says كيف تستدل بطريقة عملية أن الكلمات الآتية مبنية. How can you practically show that the following words كيف أن لعل كتب انتصر افتح, all of these words are non-declinable. How can you say that these words are what fixed? You can say الاستدلال بطريقة عملية على أن هذه الكلمات مبنية. Practically showing that these words are non-declinable في إدخالها في جمل شتى is to place them in different sentences ونرى هل يتغير أواخرها مع تغير مكانها في الجمل, and to see whether their endings will change based on the changes of their position in a sentence. And when we do that, we will see that they will not change. Here we use the word kaifa. Kaifa, no matter where it appears in the word, you can say kaifa haluka. Sa'altuhu an kaifa halihi. I asked him how he is. So kaifa will never change. The same word with an. I can say ibta'adtu an dhanbi. I stayed away from sin. I can say ibta'ada Muhammadun an sadiqihi. Muhammad stayed away from his friend. So an will always remain an. The same thing is also la'alla. La'alla Allahu an yuhditha ba'da dhalika amra. So this la'alla will always appear and it will not change. Kataba, the same thing. Kataba Aliyun al-darsa. Ali wrote the lesson. Aliyun kataba darsa. Ali wrote the lesson. It will not change. The same thing with intasara. Intasara jundiyu. The soldier became victorious. Al-jundiyu intasara. It will not change. Then iftah, which is a command tense here, I can say iftah al-baba. Open the door. So it will not change no matter where it appears. Ya Muhammad, iftah al-baba. Muhammad, open the door. It will not change. So all of these words will not change. So summarily, we come to the end of this lesson and we have learned that we have two types of words in the Arabic language. The first is the non-declinable and the second is the declinable. The non-declinable are all particles, all past tense verbs, and all command tenses. While the declinable are many. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to consolidate our learning. Do make sure you like, share with your friends so they participate with us in this knowledge-based series, and make sure you drop your comments at the comment section. Let's know your view about this video and our previous videos and what you expect us to put forward in this channel for you, so it will be better for all of us. Until we meet again, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you have not done that previously to get frequent updates from us, and subscribe to our membership to get members only perk. Until we meet again, I say Jazakumullahu khairan for staying behind. Assalamu alaikum.